We know the way, and we welcome you to San Jose, California. A Week 1 showdown between two teams hoping to get things started on a great note. It's the FIU Panthers and the San Jose State Spartans. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Guys, I caught up with the Spartans head coach right before the game. He told me that they are going to rely heavily on their passing attack. That has been a huge part of their scheme, partly because their running back is young and inexperienced. With a highly recruited quarterback, this is part of their scheme they think they can rely on heavily against this defense. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. So the San Jose State Spartans headed toward the football to break the seal on this 2027 season. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Corners are walked up tight. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The give to the back. Got him right there.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Searching for space. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. They give it to the freshman, first carry of his career. He's past the marker. Turning it on. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Spartan. Once he got some room, it was over. They're on the board first here in the season opener. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Panthers offense comes out ready to go on the attack. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again. Get it to their running back. Try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They'll try the right side. There he goes. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Wide receiver comes in motion. He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. Snaps it, and he has to have it. With the catch, it's Lee. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted a 4th down to keep the drive going. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a 4th down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. 4th down, you got to have it. You got to be on the same page, and they were there.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Got the first down. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers! Extra point here will tie the game. And he added the extra point. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And he finished it with a scintillating 28-yarder to the house. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
And the Spartans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Guys, let's think for just a moment about San Jose State. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
The Spartans are marching down the field. From the gun, it's play. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Tavian St. Clair unloads to the right. He caught it. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
You know, sometimes as a quarterback, guys, you just need a new environment. You need a change of scenery. This was a highly recruited guy. Didn't quite work out for him at his last destination. So now here he is, and he's not playing in a Power 4 conference by any stretch, but he feels like with this coaching staff, he's a better fit in this system, and he thinks he's going to have a big year.
And this is something we don't talk about as much, man. There's a lot of talent that also comes down now. So there's talent going up, yes, to new places, but these are really talented kids that don't necessarily get to start, but he's got obviously the name. He's got some ability, some skill. Interested to see him, new coaching staff, new environment, new start, to see if we see the best version of him.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from deep. Tight end now in motion. From the gun on third down, St. Clair. They're all over him. Touchdown, San Jose State. Makes the grab right along the back of the end zone.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return to that small change. They take over at the 43. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. St. Clair. Here comes the heat. Makes the grab at the 10. Touchdown, San Jose State. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
It hasn't taken very long this season to just see how scary this offense is. They wanted to be aggressive coming out to start this season, and you've seen that with the play calling on this drive. It does not take these guys with their speed very long to score. Watch out. This unit has a chance to be special.
Number 92, set to kick this one.
Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. We've come to the end of the period, and San Jose State is on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Running behind that left side.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Oh, pressure's coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Yeah, and I don't consider that really a drop. That's a contested catch he could have made, but nice defense. His body right there on the wide receiver so he could feel it. Receiver, you know, it hit his hands. He could have pulled it in and made the catch, but that was really nice coverage on that play.
Let's see what they do here on third and short from the 41. They'll go to the air. Maybe a miscommunication. That one didn't have a chance.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
They've already converted a fourth down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Throws to the wideout. He's got it in more than enough for a first down. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business.
And this offense is going to need more of those, man. You've dug yourself a little bit of hole. Defense still giving up points on the last possession, man. You got to put it in overdrive. You need more big plays, more shots down the field. You got to continue to be aggressive.
They want to throw it. Rush right in his face. They stop him short as he was trying to scramble and find his way to the goal line. The clock stops for the man who is slow to get up. Looks as if it's their senior quarterback who's down on the play, and that is a guy they can ill afford to lose. We'll have Holly check on his condition shortly. Moore with the play fake. Under pressure. And his first throw here is incomplete.
And you definitely want to make the quarterback feel uncomfortable. And I like how the defense does it here. Gets him moving outside the pocket. But I also like the play by the QB. It's second down, man. Throw the ball away. Live to fight another down. You're still in a good position to get points.
How many chances can you afford to waste in the red zone? They've already been stopped twice. Can they come through this time? It's 3rd and goal. He'll be stopped short. Could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
Motion from the wideout. The give. Not going to get there, and the decision to go for it on 4th down does not work.
Man, what a job keeping your eyes on your key. It's so easy sometimes when they run those RPOs to get a little bit lost with your eyes, to come up, play the run. Nice job seeing the ball thrown. He's got his guy, makes the tackle, and gets the big 4th down stop.
Lots of running room. Pass to 50. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Spartans.
That is another incredible run by this guy, David. We're only in the second quarter. That's already his 2nd rushing touchdown. If he stays in the game, he might run for 400 yards in this one.
He's going to put up whatever he wants. This is a dream scenario, man. If you get close to this in a game, you're happy about it. Give him the ball more often, this defense. They better find some answers, because right now it looks like a grown-up and children running after him trying to tackle.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. There's no question this team is reeling, down 28-7, and they have to find a way to get a score on the board with this drive. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. Don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Breaks into the open. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun. Incomplete. And they fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. FIU will line up to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Here comes the Spartans offense, ready to go to work. Ben, that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score. David, see if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Throwing St. Clair. Grabbed over the middle. It's Anderson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
And I love QBs that understand when they need to put some extra sauce on the football. You see your guys sit down in the zone, running a curl, boom, fire that puppy to him, get it on him now so he can catch it before he gets destroyed. Nice job by the QB putting a little extra sauce on it.
Slides away. And they got him for the sack. Took him a while to get home, and they chased him out of the pocket and brought him down.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. Panthers offense comes out ready to go to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the 1st half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Right back to the well. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. They'll move the tight end. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Listen, at this point, the end of the 1st half, you're trying to generate some points. 1st downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that 3rd. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And if anything, this offense has proven one thing, man. They're stubborn. Like, they're going to continue to run the football. That's who they are. That's the identity. They haven't showed great numbers, and they haven't done an elite job, but sticking with it, make this defense play honest. Now here in a 3rd and short situation, will they do it again? They'll still have 4th down afterwards, but they're being pretty stubborn with the run game.
Timeout taken by the Spartans, their first of 3. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. But look at this. They're not setting up to punt. They're going to try to cut into this lead, and this is a huge risk late in the half. Snaps on 4th down. Rushes on. Gets drilled as he releases it. The ball just trickles to the ground.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations.
Makes a catch at the 15. Touchdown, Sparty. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching it.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. First play of this drive. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. FIU pushing tempo. Second down, gonna throw it. Throws for the tight end. Right side, it's Lee. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. So nice to have a target like that.
A strike downfield. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Drops back on first down. Fires toward the end zone. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Handoff to the single running back. Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to keep him contained here late in the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We begin with Bowling Green, taking on the number 4 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. And it's Bowling Green looking to get the job done on the road. Right now it's early, but they lead this season opener. And as we check in on these notable matchups this week, we're reminded of just how meaningful meaningful every week in college football truly is.
The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Tavian St. Clair. On the move. More than enough time in the pocket, and he fires left. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Spartan.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop it.
And he puts through the extra point.
To advance on the football.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Florida International offense is back on the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass on 2nd down. Flip it out to the back on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. The 50. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. The Panthers come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
The unproductive 1st down completion now brings up 2nd and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a 3rd and manageable situation.
Gonna take a shot. Got it down the field. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
I got a feeling they went into the half and they talked about how do we create some more explosive plays on offense. First drive, you're trailing. They did exactly that. Nice job by this offense. They're going to need more of them to get back in this football game, but I like the first drive aggressiveness by this offense.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
He stopped short of the goal line, couldn't find his way in, and it'll bring up 4th and goal.
Nice job by the defense there. They knew coming into this one, this running back was dangerous catching the football, so really good job getting him down on the ground, now setting up 4th and goal.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown, Panthers. Into the end zone for 6. Getting set for the point after. Right down the boulevard. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they close that drive going to the air for the final few inches. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. San Jose State's offense takes over and heads onto the field. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Oof. That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs closer to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
They'll make the tackle, but not before he's got enough to move the sticks and has this defense's head spinning with the option. And the Spartans pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. From the gun, running back gets the give. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And great recognition by the corner. That touch pass, after he throws at the quarterback, it's a pass. He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that, flying up, coming and making the big tackle in the open field. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 16.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, he tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have 4th down.
Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. What a disappointment. No good. Because no game is perfect, something has to go wrong, so the coach will have something to gripe about in film. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Here's the give off the left side. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The play fake. Out wide right, it's Lee. Snags it and he's open. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Got enough for the 1st down. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. And the Panthers with the 1st and 10. Caught behind the line. It's goal. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Look out! And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
They'll run behind the big guys on the right. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. FIU mounting a threat in the red zone. Wide receiver comes in motion. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Incomplete. What a fight for that one in midair, but neither guy could come down with it.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. He's down immediately, but he's got enough, and it'll be a 1st down.
This offense, you can tell, it's confident, man. 4th down and short in the red zone. Yeah, you could probably kick a field goal, but they stay aggressive. They trust their passing attack. Nice job getting rid of the football on time, setting up the 1st and goal.
That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
2nd down to the air. Into the end zone. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of first downs. I need 2. I need 2 first downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out of here with a W.
Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO fake. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew he had the slant throw right in behind.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Sends it downfield. Caught at the 25. Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy. Just keep going at them.
Yeah, until you stop me. And I think the offense, you can tell, it's pretty clear. They're going to keep their foot on the gas, continuing to throw the football down the field, attack, make big plays like they have all game long. And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. They give it back to him. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, it will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
Get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation.